Peter, for me, is the eyes and ears of the audience because he is the most human and most relatable, I think, of all the disciples, because he's like all of us. He makes mistakes. His heart is always in the right place, but sometimes he doesn't fill the standards which he would like to have in a person. Yet he always comes back and he always tries again, and eventually he does succeed. And in the story, which we won't get to in the Son of God, but he does go on to eventually do miracles himself and become the head of the church. I loved the costume. They were so open. When I got there, luckily again, I was there a little bit earlier, so I was able to go down to the costume studio, and they had thousands of robes and things, and we managed to make just little detail changes, and we created out of this old, I think it was some weird Italian curtains or something. We made this amazing broken down sort of robe for Peter, and then we went to the set designers and I said I want to make him a fishing bag, and they had these reference photos from 100, 200 years ago in the middle of the desert of these guys with fishnet sewn into the leather. So we managed to create that, and he had, and that's, you don't often have a chance to do that. Normally you just turn up and wear what you're given, but the environment which Mark and Roma created was very, very open, and people felt they could come and give ideas, and everyone worked together. The miracle which speaks the most to me is when Jesus is walking on water and gets Peter to come to him. And it's an amazing, parable and story, because Peter does have the faith. Where the other disciples stay in the boat, Peter climbs out and also walks on water because he believes so strongly. Although that when it does actually happen, he then loses his faith because he does doubt that it could be true, and he sinks. But it's one of these moments where Peter's whole character is shown, and it's where we all fail down. We all strive to follow a good path, and we do fail, but it's about getting up again and retrying. Diogo is, as a man and as an actor, just an incredible individual. I think what he brings to the table as a leader, as his own soul, his gentleness, his strength, his fiery nature, and his thoughtful nature, really is such an amazing thing to work with. And we developed an incredibly strong friendship almost immediately, and spent every night literally in the hotel after 12, 14 hours of shooting, just going over the next day's scenes and just trying to improve each other, trying to make our performances better. And that was such a creative and nurturing situation to be with an actor who you can just trust that everything they're doing is to make you look better. And he just gave me so much. I could go through any of the scenes and tell you stories of how supportive I think we both were for each other.